I've just had the opportunity to visit with Brenda and some people who are sewing some bags.
Yes. Yes. We received this, I call it a blessing bug. And it's right around last Ingathering time. And about sewing these bags. And so I kind of called some folks on the in-gathering committees and stuff to see how many bags have ever been made by one church. And we found out that I believe it was the United Methodist Church in Cedar Falls, who the record was 1,600 bags. No way we could do that much. But Miss Brenda said, "Oh, we can do it." And so we've been sewing since last November. We really kind of got started in January, kind of after Christmas. And we've been, so it has just been a blessing. Why? So we set a goal for 1,601. And why 1,601? It wasn't just to break a record, but it really was to stand on the faith of the ministry that had done that was done before us, and to see what more God could do. And so we have just been blessed. I don't think we have bought any material. Everything's been donated. One of the coordinators, past coordinators, Dan Houston, has supplied us with material, bolts of material that has helped us to meet this. And Miss Brenda's gotten material donated, and it's just been, members have been bringing us curtains and, I mean, just anything, so that we can make up these bags. And we've got quite a few ladies that come here Wednesday nights to sew on them, cut them out, iron them, bring us food as we're working. And so it's just been wonderful to see these bags being made. Now, what's also awesome is Brenda went to Africa last year. And so for her to think that these bags might touch some lives over in Nigeria or elsewhere has just really been one of the motivating blessing factors for us. So it's been exciting, and it's been stressful at times. Are we ever going to get there? That kind of thing. But just diligent working, and not that if we did make the goal, what we did would be wonderful because it would have been our best. But I think we're surpassing that 1,601. Brenda said she wants to do 2014 for the year 2014. And so it has just been a godsend for us to be a part of the work that God is doing through UMCOR. And so it's just been wonderful.
Now, there are bags, but then there are things that need to go in the bags.
There are. So, to fill 1,601 bags would be a little much. I did calculate it out. But we had some, the Sunday school kids decided to be a part of this effort. And so they put out an offering and started bringing in some monies and stuff. And so they were able to fill, like, I think 102 school kits that go into the bags. So some of these bags may be just used just by themselves, but many of them will also be used in connection with the school supply kits that help kids, prepare to go out to school and be able to have those tools available for education.
Now, what has this done for the church?
It has brought an excitement of seeing what God can do, and not thinking that we could ever make this goal, but seeing that it's not by our power and but by God's power and might, and just it has given us a greater sense of God's working in our lives. Through this, we've also recapitulated a new vision, and so now our vision that we are just really beginning to live into is loving bigger, loving deeper, and loving more. And so that has brought a great excitement for what we can do for Christ. And I think that's, and seeing that God is bigger than we could ever think or imagine, and just being able to be a part in God's workings.
One last question for you. You talked about standing or building on the foundation of the previous 1,600 bags.
Yes.
And now you'll have 2,000 bags. What about the next group? What encouraging words would you offer to somebody else?
just to do whatever God has placed for you to do. It's not about meeting that number. It's about being a part of God's work and just blessing folks. So just being part of the blessing business, and whatever that is that God is calling you to do and be a part of, that's the joy of it, right? It's not the six, it's not the number, but it's being a part of that great love ministry that God has given us to touch lives.